World War III is over. The victors write the history books, yet the true chronicle is etched in the silent suffering of the vanquished. The world they knew is gone, replaced by a landscape scarred by conflict. Cities are reduced to rubble. Industries are crippled. The echoes of bombs have faded, replaced by an eerie silence that speaks volumes. This is the world as they now know it, a desolate testament to the devastating power of unchecked ambition. The air, once thick with the stench of gunpowder and fear, is now heavy with despair. Millions are dead, millions more are displaced, their homes nothing more than ghosts in their memories. The survivors emerge from the wreckage, blinking in the harsh light of a new reality. They are the inheritors of defeat, left to pick up the pieces of a world shattered by a war they did not choose. Their journey will be arduous, fraught with challenges at every turn. But amidst the ruins, a flicker of the human spirit persists. It is a testament to the enduring nature of hope, the will to survive, and the dream of a future free from the spectre of war. This is their story, a story of loss, resilience, and the long, arduous climb from the ashes of defeat. Defeat hangs heavy in the air, a suffocating blanket woven from humiliation and resentment. The instruments of surrender have been signed, but their terms cut deep into the soul of the vanquished nations. Sovereignty, once a proud banner held high, is now a tattered flag lying in the dust. Their fate is no longer theirs to decide. It rests in the hands of the victors, who view them with a mixture of pity and suspicion. The victors dictate the terms of peace, a peace that feels more like subjugation. Harsh reparations cripple already devastated economies. Once proud nations are stripped of their industries, their resources funneled towards rebuilding the victors' lands. It is a bitter pill to swallow, a constant reminder of the price of defeat. Every day is a struggle for survival. Food is scarce, medicine even more so. The infrastructure lies in ruins, a stark reminder of the war's destructive fury. Yet amidst the ruins, a spirit of defiance flickers. It is a refusal to be defined by defeat, a determination to rise again, even from the ashes of their shattered world. The physical wounds of war may heal, but the psychological scars run deeper, leaving invisible marks on the soul of a nation. Trauma permeates everyday life. The memories of bombing raids, of lost loved ones, of unimaginable suffering linger like ghosts in the hearts of the defeated. It is a collective trauma, a shared experience of loss and pain that binds them together in their suffering. Families torn apart by conflict struggle to reunite, haunted by the uncertainty of who survived and who was lost. The social fabric, once a source of strength and identity, is frayed at the edges. Trust is a rare commodity, and suspicion clouds every interaction. The war has left its mark on their very souls, casting a long shadow over their present and their future. The psychological toll is immeasurable. Rates of depression, anxiety, and PTSD skyrocket. The weight of defeat, coupled with the trauma of war, becomes an almost unbearable burden. Generations will bear the invisible scars of this conflict, their lives forever shaped by the horrors they have witnessed. Yet, even in the depths of their despair, the human spirit endures. There is a quiet strength in their resilience, a determination to rebuild their lives and their communities. It is a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, the ability to find hope even in the darkest of times. Rebuilding from the ashes of war is a monumental task. The challenges are immense, the resources scarce. The infrastructure, the very backbone of their society, lies in ruins. Roads are impassable, bridges have crumbled, and communication networks are shattered. Rebuilding requires more than just bricks and mortar. It requires a Herculean effort, a collective will to overcome the devastation. The economy, crippled by sanctions and the loss of vital industries, struggles to regain its footing. The currency is practically worthless, inflation spirals out of control, and unemployment reaches staggering levels. The necessities of life, food, water, shelter, are in desperately short supply. Yet amidst the despair, a spirit of ingenuity and resourcefulness emerges. People adapt, finding creative ways to survive. Barter systems replace traditional economies. Communities come together, sharing what little they have. The ruins become a wellspring of salvaged materials, repurposed with ingenuity and determination. The road to recovery is long and arduous. It is a journey marked by setbacks and frustrations, by the constant struggle to secure resources and rebuild what was lost. But with each passing day, with each act of defiance against the odds, the vanquished nations inch closer towards a semblance of normalcy. Section 5. Navigating a New World Order. The world that emerges from the ashes of World War III is vastly different from the one that existed before. The geopolitical landscape has been redrawn, and the vanquished nations find themselves navigating a new and often hostile world order. The victors, emboldened by their triumph, dictate the terms of peace and wield their influence to shape the global stage. International treaties, often drafted with little input from the defeated nations, impose limitations on their military capabilities, economic activities, and even their political systems. The victors, wary of future threats, demand strict adherence to these agreements, monitoring their every move with a watchful eye. Their voices, once prominent in international forums, are now muted, their influence diminished. The world views them with a mixture of suspicion and pity. The burden of their past actions, real or perceived, hangs heavy, making it difficult to regain the trust and respect of the international community. The challenge is not just to rebuild their shattered nations, but also to rebuild their image on the world stage. It is a delicate balancing act, navigating the complexities of international politics while trying to secure their place in a world still reeling from the aftershocks of war. Section 6. A World's Helping Hand. In the aftermath of such widespread devastation, the need for humanitarian aid is paramount. The vanquished nations, struggling to provide for their own citizens, find themselves reliant on the goodwill of the international community. Yet, generosity is often tempered by political calculations and the lingering resentment of war. International organizations, though stretched thin by the scale of the disaster, mobilize resources and personnel to provide essential aid. Food, water, medicine, and temporary shelter flow into the war-torn regions, offering a lifeline to millions teetering on the brink of survival. But the road to recovery is paved with challenges. Corruption, bureaucratic hurdles, and the logistical nightmare of reaching remote areas hinder the effectiveness of aid distribution. The needs are immense, and the resources, while significant, are often insufficient to meet the overwhelming demand. The vanquished nations face a double-edged sword. They desperately need assistance to rebuild their shattered societies, yet accepting aid can be perceived as a sign of weakness, a reminder of their dependence on the victors. It is a delicate dance, balancing the need for assistance with the desire to stand on their own 2 feet. Section 7. Seeds of Hope in Barren Fields. Even in the most desolate of landscapes, hope finds a way to bloom. Amidst the ruins, the human spirit, though battered and bruised, refuses to be extinguished. It flickers to life in the most unexpected of places, in the shared laughter of children playing amidst the rubble, in the determination of a shopkeeper reopening his bombed-out store, in the simple act of planting a seed in the scorched earth. Across the vanquished nations, a quiet resilience takes root. Communities bound by shared suffering and a common desire to rebuild come together. They share what little they have, offering each other support, encouragement, and a shoulder to lean on. Out of the ashes of defeat, a new generation rises, tempered by hardship but not broken by it. They are the children of war, but they are also the architects of peace. They understand the devastating consequences of conflict and carry within them the seeds of a more hopeful future. It is a future that will not be built overnight. It will require patience, perseverance, and a willingness to forgive. But with each act of kindness, each step towards reconciliation, they chip away at the legacy of hatred and division, paving the way for a future where peace reigns supreme. Section 8. The Long March to Peace. The road to lasting peace is a long and arduous one, fraught with challenges and setbacks. The scars of war run deep, and the wounds of the past can take generations to heal. But the journey, however difficult, must begin with a single step. For the vanquished nations, this means confronting the ghosts of their past, acknowledging their mistakes, and seeking reconciliation with their former enemies. It requires a willingness to let go of hatred and embrace forgiveness, to break the cycle of violence and build a future based on understanding and mutual respect. The international community, too, has a role to play in fostering a lasting peace. This means providing support for reconstruction efforts, promoting dialogue and cooperation, and addressing the root causes of conflict, poverty, inequality, and injustice. True peace is not simply the absence of war, it is the presence of justice, equality, and opportunity for all. It is a world where differences are resolved through dialogue, not violence, and where the pursuit of peace is a shared responsibility embraced by all nations, both victors and vanquished. The journey towards this ideal may be long and challenging, but it is a journey worth taking. For in the end, the pursuit of peace is not just a noble aspiration, it is the only path towards a more just, equitable, and sustainable future for all humankind.